6 months ago, people were saying Barcelona's treble was a fluke, that we were riding a wave of luck that couldn't possibly last. Today, we're walking into the season that will define whether that wave was the start of a dynasty or just a beautiful one-year story. This is Hansi Flick's second season, and history tells us this is when things get dangerous. If you've followed Barça for as long as I have, through Rijkaard's glory, Pep's revolution, Luis Enrique's MSN chaos, and the wilderness years after, you know the second season of a manager is where the fairy tale meets the grindstone. Johan Cruyff used to warn us, the second season is the hardest. Why? Because expectations explode. The honeymoon is over. The squad and the fans aren't just hoping for success, they're demanding it. And yet, the coach still has to evolve the team. Change too much, you break the rhythm. Change too little, and you get found out. This is exactly where Hansi Flick's Barcelona stands right now. And honestly, it feels like a throwback to 2004, when Frank Rijkaard was in this same spot, also under Laporta, also after a successful debut season. Rijkaard's first year ended with a big jump from 6th to 2nd place. Year 2, he added Samuel Eto'o, brought in Deco, and won the league and Copa del Rey. Year 3, the Champions League. Flick has already outpaced that. In his first season, Barça didn't just improve, they dominated. La Liga, Copa del Rey, Spanish Super Cup, a domestic treble. The summer signings were sharp, not flashy. Joan García to give depth and competition between the sticks. Marcus Rashford to add speed, width and directness in big games. Both fill glaring needs Flick and the sporting department identified months ago. But make no mistake, as good as last season was, there's a ghost haunting this team, the Champions League. That semi-final collapse against Inter wasn't just a loss. It was a scar. 7 goals conceded over 2 legs at this level is unacceptable for a club with our history. And Flick knows it. You can feel it when the players talk. There's an unspoken, unfinished business energy. They're not here just to defend their domestic crowns. They want to sit back at the Champions League table with Real Madrid, City, Bayern, not as guests, but as equals. Now, if you're new to Barça, let me explain something Cruyff warned about: the entorno, the environment around this club, the constant swirl of politics, gossip, and agendas. It's not like other clubs. Here, the noise can be louder than the football. Managers have drowned in it. Flick, he's built differently. He doesn't swim in the drama. He keeps it at arm's length. That's rare here. Pep Guardiola could do it. Valverde tried. Koeman got chewed up by it. Flick not only avoids it, but the club has literally built a wall around him. This summer, they created a new role, First Team Director of Communications, and gave it to Gabriel Martinez, a pro from the PR and banking world. His job? Be the bridge between Flick, Deco, and the board. Keep everyone aligned. Keep Flick insulated from the circus. That's huge, because when a Barca coach doesn't have to fight political fires, they can focus entirely on the pitch, and Flick thrives in that environment. Let's be real. As good as last season was, defensively we were far from flawless. Yes, 39 goals conceded in La Liga put us 4th best in Spain. But that's not the gold standard. In Europe, it looked worse. Benfica and Dortmund each hit us for 4. Inter ripped us apart in the semis. The root cause? Flick's ultra-high defensive line. It works wonders in suffocating smaller La Liga sides. But against elite European attacks, it's Russian roulette. This season, the big question is, will Flick adjust? Does he drop the line a few meters in certain matches? Or does he double down on the philosophy? That's a decision that could define our Champions League run. And the personnel challenge is real. Losing Inigo Martinez hurts. He was a system anchor, aggressive in stepping forward, brave in duels. With the wage bill handcuffs, there's no direct replacement. That leaves Ronald Araújo and Andreas Christensen. Christensen barely played last season through injury. Araújo had the worst dip in form since joining. Low confidence, hooked at half-time in multiple games. But here's where Flick's man management matters. He gave Araújo space last year, didn't push when his head wasn't right. This summer, he backed him hard. During the Japan-Korea tour, Flick killed the exit rumours. I have no indication he wants to leave. I'm very happy with him. Araújo starting this weekend. It's a lifeline. Araújo isn't the only one Flick's rebuilt. Marc Bernal, 18 years old, just breaking through when a brutal knee injury ended his season last August. Flick visited him in hospital, gifted him Superatus Limites, a book about pushing past limits. That's not PR, that's investment. Gavi came back from an ACL and struggled to earn minutes. Flick never buried him in the press, never froze him out. This pre-season, he's been electric. 3 goals in 4 games. Eric Garcia was packing his bags last January. Flick blocked the move, told him to stay and fight. 6 months later, he's a likely starter and in talks for a new deal. This is why players trust him. Flick isn't just tactics and drills. He understands the human side. And at Barça, with our mix of teenagers and veterans, that balance is priceless. Then we have the elephant in the room. Robert Lewandowski turns 37 this week. Last season, 42 goals in 52 games across all competitions. But Father Time doesn't care about stats. His contract's up next summer. The club's not ready to decide, but there's a feeling he won't carry the same workload. That means more minutes for Ferran Torres and, yes, Marcus Rashford. They'll have to deliver, especially in games where Leva is rested or rotated out. How Flick manages that transition will shape our attack for years. Let's step back for a second. Flick's first season restored pride, but the second, it decides whether this project is a golden era or another flash in the pan. The risks are real. Defensive tweaks could backfire. Araújo's form might not rebound. Lewandowski's age curve could bite earlier than expected. Champions League scars can either fuel you or haunt you. But the upside? Tremendous. This squad is deeper, hungrier, and better structured than any Barça side since 2017-18. The core is young, the tactical identity is strong, and for once, the coach has political cover. I've been watching this club since I was a kid. I've seen treble seasons, I've seen mid-table mediocrity. And I'll tell you this, I haven't felt this mix of excitement and tension in years. If you're a Barça fan, this is the season you watch every minute. If you're a neutral, you watch because the stakes are pure drama. And if you're a Madrid fan, you watch because deep down, you know this team might be coming for everything. Barça has not looked this close to complete in a long, long time. Flick's job now is to keep the fire alive, while the whole football world waits for it to burn out. Will he? That's the question. And we're about to get the answer. One match, one roar of the Camp Nou crowd, one Champions League night at a time. Visca Barça, always and forever.